What advice would you give other people who are either thinking about running a small business or thinking about setting up? What would be your key things that you think you need to think about?
One of the pieces that I will normally say is to think about what you want the business to be in 10 years' time, which feels very scary to think that far ahead. But if you're thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a team, okay, great. But start to build that from the beginning, not necessarily hiring people, but start to put things into place like building SOPs, creating set procedures, rather than abbreviations, but basically setting up set procedures of how you want things done. Otherwise, by the time you get to the point where you're potentially overwhelmed by everything that you're trying to do because you become the accountant, the designer, and the admin person, and everything, very often what I'll find is that people reach the point of overwhelm and then go, oh, I need some help now. By that point, they're going to be more overwhelmed transferring that information over to get the help. So they're going beyond that overwhelmed stage. So always, I think my suggestion is plan from the beginning to be what you want to be later. And also think a little bit outside the box. You don't have to become an employer. So if you don't want to employ people, don't. Use a service like ours, use a self-employed person, work with other people that are out there doing what they're specialists at, and just build that into your pricing structure from day one. So if you think, do you know what, I hate numbers, I'm not good with accounts, think about using an accountant from as soon as you can physically afford to pay for one. Build that into your pricing structure from that first point, because then you'll be able to afford to do it sooner. Same thing with if you want someone to help you with admin or marketing, start to build that in, because you don't want to go and double your prices to your clients 6 months in because you've gone, do you know what, I can't I can't do all of these things together. So I think, doing a solid business plan, whilst it feels really lame and boring, even if you're not going for funding, I think it's a really useful tool for you to do as an individual, to think about those future problems and those future hurdles that you're going to have to overcome. When I do my mentorship with clients, we use Trello, and I really like the ability to be able to adjust it as time goes on. So we do their business plan. We do one version that stays put, and then we do a Trello version which changes as the business changes. And then they've kind of got both versions, and they can test and adjust it and make some tweaks here and there. And I think the last thing really is just know that something's probably going to go wrong, and to be prepared for that, because I think it's hard when you're creating something and something goes wrong and you feel really bad about that, and it sucks. But actually, if you can go into it knowing that you're probably going to make the wrong choice at some point and you're probably going to make a mistake, I think you'll find it a lot easier when you hit that point, because everyone makes mistakes at some stage. So it's it's inevitable, unfortunately.